again. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah. About the knives. I I may have seemed dangerous to other people at the time because I would stab knives into the countertops and stuff with this illness, but I wasn't trying to hurt anybody. I never had the intent of hurting anybody. I just wanted to scare the voices away because I thought that they were real. So I thought if I stabbed knives into the countertops, it would intimidate them. I didn't want to kill the voices either. I just wanted to intimidate them. And anyways, and I was, some more of my symptoms were I was wanting to live on the streets. My mom had to show me tough love. It was either take your medications or leave, and that's why I was on the streets most of the time. And I also went on my own some of the times too. I'd wander the streets, and I felt one of my hallucinations were everything was dark and dreary, and I felt like my family members, I would see them as being the devil because they looked dark and their voice would be deeper, and I'd walk around in the neighborhood and I'd see crosses everywhere, like crucifixes and upside down crucifixes, and everything just looked scary, and the voices even convinced me that I was the devil. They, like, what the voices can do to me is make me believe stuff that never happened, like it's true, but now that I'm better, I know that it didn't happen. Like, I don't remember an actual memory, but they'll make me feel feelings, or like memories or perceptions of things that feel very familiar, but I don't actually remember them happening. But that's what they did, and they convinced me that I was the devil, and they would show like my personality, but like how it is, but like make it, like manipulate it to make it like I'm the devil. I can't explain it. And this happened for a long time until I was going to the hospital a lot too, because I felt like I was turning into a zombie some of the times. I was scared of zombies and zombie movies, and if I watched them, it would make me freak out. I felt like I was turning into a zombie sometimes. I thought I was going to eat people. I got scared of that, so I called the mental hospital, and they took me in. Because I thought I was going to hurt people. I called in, and sorry, I'm getting distracted because there's my dad's playing music or the radio in the background. Hold on, I wrote some points here to keep me on track with what I'm trying to say. Anyways, I'll just get to the point of everything was horrible in the past, very bad, and I had to have a lot of tough love in order to finally realize I needed to take meds. And I was thrown into the hospital a couple times where they were going to keep me if I didn't take meds. And they also scared me and told me that they could keep me indefinitely if I kept going to the hospital. So if I didn't take the injection that they wanted to give me, they were going to keep me. So I decided to take it, and then that's when I started to realize after that I did need my meds, and I realized that it was making me feel better. And so they put me on more meds along with the injection, and it took over 2 years for the meds to kick in all the way. But I did a lot better I started getting a lot better with the meds. They helped me to ignore the voices. For me, if I ignore the voices, they go away. But it was hard for me to ignore them when I was really sick. I would always communicate back with them or yell back at them, But I realized that that's what they jump on me and attack me when I do that. So I stopped doing that. That makes them come more. Um, and they went away for the most part. They still come. They still have cycles where I still have times where at the end of my injection, time for me to get my new injection, they'll come back and the voices will come back and they'll be very vicious and stuff, but that only lasts a couple weeks. But yeah, that's what that, and also positive thinking. Or it took me a long time to figure out what I needed to do to feel happy with myself with this illness, because I was a very happy person before. I thought for the most part well of myself. Besides, just there's a couple times when I had issues with my outer appearance and stuff, but for the most part I thought well of myself, of who I was on the inside, and I felt good about who I was on the inside, and now I lost track of what I was saying. I do that a lot with this illness. I'll be trying to say something and I'll completely lose what I was saying. I had to think for a second. Anyways, I'll just go on to something else. Positive thinking is what mostly makes me happy. Is what mostly is keeping me happy, because it took me a long time to figure out what made me happy. It took years to figure that out, and I've been sick for almost 6 years now. It took me like at least 3 years to figure that out. And one thing that I realized with I tried positive thinking, and I thought, okay, well, I told myself that I was beautiful when I thought I was ugly once, and it didn't work like it. But the thing is that you have to do it repetitively. You have to keep telling yourself every time the negative thought comes up. And another thing that helped me was with the voices. Every time the voice would put me down or say something to me, I would correct it. Like if a voice would call me fat, I would say I'm beautiful just as I am. Or if a voice would call me ugly, I'd either say life's not about your outer appearance, so that doesn't matter, or I'd just say beauty's just a perception. I see myself as beautiful, so that must make me beautiful. If one person sees you as beautiful, then you're beautiful. So I see myself as beautiful, and that makes me beautiful. And yeah, and that's pretty much what I did to make myself feel better with the voices, and also with the thoughts. You do that with the thoughts too. You just keep being repetitive. With every time a negative thought comes up, you tell yourself that you're beautiful. And another thing, yeah, the pills work, but they can only do so much for you. I had to learn to be happy with myself by changing my perception of myself with the positive thoughts. And I feel like hearing voices on top of everything else just puts you in a vicious cycle of feeling badly about yourself. So what I did was I told myself something positive to every negative voice I would hear. And then, anyways, keep being repetitive with every time